You really sounded like it really sounded like you were rewinding. Like, I don't know what the hell
Well, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Is you ready? Is you ready? Is you ready?
We're ready.
Whoa,
We're ready.
whoa, is you ready? Whoa, whoa. And we are and welcome to Tribunal of the Grid. My name is Brandon.
I'm Lena.
I'm Will.
And welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. That's it. Wow, really? Like, what's going on here? So just want you guys to be aware that this is going to be a very light episode because, frankly, ain't shit happened. So just being 100. But yeah, it's still gonna be a good show. Don't get us twisted. Don't get us twisted. It's still gonna be a good show. But so did y'all get into all this stuff that's been coming out? All these behind the scenes goodies that we've been getting. To be honest, I'm extremely shocked. Like, I am like straight up just like, wow. Like, I can't believe we're getting so much behind the scene footage.
Like, who's filming all of this? That's what I want to know. Like, why are we not there?
No, seriously.
Like, we need to get a flight out to New Zealand today.
That's what I'm saying, because I'm just like, I just cannot believe that we've been getting just so much stuff. I mean, like, stuff that we should not be seeing, honestly. Like, I feel like who's ever recording or, like, whatever, like, I feel like we should, like, whoever that is on set, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I really feel like, you know, do what you gotta do, you know, like, please, give us all the goodies, you know, give us all the pictures, you know, that's what we want. But at the same time, it's like, where are the DPs? Where are the ADPs? You know, like, where are these people on set that is like controlling the set? It's like these people are nowhere to be found. Because those are the people that will be coming around like, hey, no filming. Hey, do not film. Stop filming. You know, like, those are those kind of people. So I'm just kind of wondering, like, are they letting them do this? I mean, I know they're not. You know, I know they're not, because on one of the videos that I saw, someone actually came up to the lady and was like, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, I'm just filming.
No shame.
And it was so funny because I think she cut it off like right as she was like, oh, I'm just filming. And like the video went out. So 9 times out of 10, they probably told her like, stop filming, you know? But it's just like, these people are like nowhere to be found. And like, they're taking pictures like it's nobody's business. And like, we pretty much, I like to, pat myself on the back. I called it. I said it. You might as well go ahead and say, you were right, Brandon. I told y'all, Blaze and Roxy, those are villains. I knew it. I called it. I said, I knew it. Those are villains. So, yes, doggone it. I had a feeling that they were. I had a feeling they were going to be villains. But
oh my gosh. No, you did call it. And you know what, though? I find out with your prediction, you're usually, like, pretty right on the ball. So I never doubted you when you said it. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I see it. I can see this coming.
Because
I'm just going to side with him right now because I know he's going to be right.
You know, because, like, the thing is, like, the reason why I kind of had a feeling that, like, because I know originally I posted that Blaze might be the Gold Ranger. But once I got started thinking about it, I'm like, normally, and this is just, like, how things work. Normally, on Power Rangers, I noticed for the past 8 years, whenever they introduced the brand new cast, they never introduced the Gold Ranger or the Silver Ranger, whomever the extra Ranger was. You never knew who that person was. Like, ever.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, the only time that we actually figured out very early on who that extra person was Ninja Steel. That's pretty much the only time that we actually figured out, holy crap, who's that extra guy? You know, like, and then that's when everybody on social media banded together and found Jordy Weber like it was nobody's business. But, you know, but other than that, like, that was pretty much the only time that we ever actually, like, found out early on who the Gold Ranger was or who the extra Ranger was. So it's like, I got to thinking about it, I'm like, wait a minute. That Kobe guy might not be a Ranger. He might be a villain. And I got to thinking because I'm like, wait a minute. Ghostbusters had a human villain too. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, hold up. This guy might be a villain. And I'm pretty sure with a name like Blaze, he's not a good guy. Like,
no, that's a pretty like evil-ish name.
Yeah, like he's not a good guy. So I'm thinking he's probably gonna be like, you know, probably gonna be a bad guy. And then when I saw that, and then when we posted the behind the scenes footage of the girl who was, you know, commanding the monster to attack the Rangers, I'm like, from far back, that looks like Roxy. And then I started to think, wait a minute, what about that fight video that the actress posted where she was kicking butt? And I'm like, could this be Roxy? Probably is. So, you know, it's just like you just put two and two together and then all of a sudden you know exactly what's coming.
Yes. But you know what I want to say, and I'm actually really impressed that this has not happened. I'm surprised Saban has not, or Sabani, or whoever is owning this brand right now, has run around to take up all these videos that's been like reshared and being threatened. We are not being threatened yet for posting this.
Right. You got a good point.
Remember, and I was realizing, I was like, wait a second, like these videos are not supposed to be reviewed, and I'm surprised that no one, because we've been tagging people left, right, and center.
Heck
so
yeah.
I'm surprised that no one has slid into our DM and threatened us. I'm actually really surprised because when I reposted a video from Neil Saban Power Rangers page, not realizing that it was an official, got a DM right away threatening me to take down the damn video.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
That's an official? I didn't know it was official.
Thank you! Oh my god! I don't feel so stupid. I remember like telling Brendan the story, and I was like, please don't judge me. I know you probably knew it was official, but then when Brendan told me he didn't know it was official either, I felt so much better because I really didn't know it was official either. They were posting a video, and I was like, you know what? I really like this video. I'm gonna go ahead and repost that. You know, why not? But then a few hours after I posted it, I get Neil Saban sliding into my DM, basically threatening me to take it down, or I would be sued. Or no, sorry, the correct term was further action will be taken.
Wow.
I was like, what? This is an official page? Well, first of all, I was shocked that it was an official page because I had no idea. And then, of course, now I'm embarrassed I didn't know because now I feel like one of those fake fans that didn't know shit. And, right? And then, like, I didn't know what to do, so I just took it down. And then, like, I should have kept the messages, but I didn't in the end. I just ended up deleting it because I'm like, well, I guess there's no use for this message now that I obviously no longer have the video up. But yeah, so I'm really surprised that we haven't gotten a DM from anybody yet telling us that we need to take it down.
Don't jinx us. Please don't jinx us. Please, we beg of you people, please do not come for us. We are just starting our page. Please do not.
I mean, don't get wrong. I don't want them to come for us either. I really don't. But I'm just surprised that these people have constantly been sharing these videos and no one has been caught. That's what I'm surprised about. You know, that's why I'm more surprised because we're not there. So really, what are they gonna say to us? Oh, take it down? Well, tell the original person who like posted this video to take it down. We're not the one that filmed it.
Right.
We just nicely reposted it on our page.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm just like, please, please, please. If they do decide that they wanna, that they wanna come for people, just kind of, just message us and just be like, take it down. But don't try to delete our page.
Don't try to delete our page. If they tried to delete our page, I would be livid.
Like, no!
No, I would pull a Marlon way. Do you guys watch Marlon?
No.
Marlon way? No?
No, I don't. I feel bad about it.
But you guys know what show I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in one episode, Marlon's son, somehow, his parents got him into like a modeling campaign. But what ended up happening was that the final product was him. You're gonna love this. Was him wearing a monkey shirt that says "Funky Monkey."
Oh, that reminds me.
Oh, yeah.
The H&M thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But that's probably what they got it from.
That's probably exactly where they got it from.
Exactly. It was identical to the picture that they were sharing. Identical. So Marlon, of course, was like, I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna flip their desk. So he obviously goes down to the head office and he tries to give a speech and realizes it's all white people. So he gets his speech and then he goes, you know what? I'm gonna flip the table for the heck of it. But of course, he doesn't flip the table because he couldn't get the table to even lift.
Oh, God.
Right? So it was really funny. So they ended up flipping like some post-it in the end and go, the only reason I can't flip it because I didn't go to the gym and I don't know what he said, but something along those lines. So when you said, don't take down our page, my first thought was, I'm going to come down to your office and flip your table. But I know that would never work out. I'm probably going to get pulled up by security before I get upstairs to their office.
Right. Well, I mean, I know where the Hasbro office is, so I mean, I could just easily roll up in there and be like, why y'all took our page?
Don't take our page and then flip the table.
Right. Clearly, the security guard will stop me right at the place and be like, nah, what you doing?
Right?
Like, where you think you going?
I mean, don't come after us. Don't come after us at all. Just let us know. You don't want those videos to be up. We're cool. We'll take it down.
Exactly.
Don't take down our page. Because we work hard on this page. So don't take down our page. And remember, it wasn't our fault. We did not film these videos. We didn't take our pictures, okay? Your security needs to get tighter on set, okay?
No, seriously. Because, like, that is nuts. I'm just like, how is this happening? But, there's a lot of things that I really want to talk about that we've seen. Like, as far as the morph call is actually a lot different than, it's a brand new morph call. And also, too, it looks like they are wearing communicators. So, are we introducing the communicator aspect again? And if we are introducing this aspect again, I have two questions. Can we get some teleportation? I'm just saying.
Yes!
Major throwback. Can we get some teleportation up in this piece? Because, I mean, wouldn't it be dope if all of a sudden, the Rangers get warped somewhere, and they're like, what happened? Kind of like how Megaforce tried to do but failed miserably. Like, and like actually do it and keep it consistently throughout the show. Like, something like that. Like, can we get a actual real teleportation sequence that can go through the show and actually be a part of it? Can we get that? And also, can we get the communicators in the store? Because I was waiting for the Ninja Comms to come in because I actually wanted one. I think they're cute. Like, personally. I personally think they're cute.
Those are those really big wrist things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like them, but I'm surprised they haven't released those in the store yet either.
Yeah, because they had them at Power Morphicon 2 years ago. They said that those were going to be the brand new toys that was going to be released. I think that was one of them. The Ninja Comms.
Weird.
Well, what size would that be? Would it be for little kids' wrists or? You think they would make it for one size fits all?
Well, they better make it one size fits all.
I mean, like, even if they didn't make it one size fit all, I mean, you could easily unhook it and just like grab some watch things and
like the Morphers when we were kids.
Exactly.
Wrist ones.
Right. That's true. Because you had the Velcro.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they could easily, do that, and then they can fit any size wrist instead of, just fitting like a kid's wrist, But that's my thing. I'm just like, I really, really, really hope that if they do have communicators, just don't let them be just communicators. Like, let them be, because I swear, it's like, for the past 8 years, Saban has been trying to revamp Mighty Morphin 4 different ways. And
oh my god. Oh my god. That was such a
they've been trying to do that 4 different ways for 8 years. If you're gonna like try to shoe in like different concepts from the original show, like having one episode of teleportation just isn't enough. Like, teleportation played a huge role in Power Rangers for several years, 6 years to be exact.
It's funny how we have, sorry to cut you off, it's funny how we had teleportation way back in the day when our technology was not that great. But now that our technology has cars that can drive this out, but we can't teleport ourselves.
Right.
Like, what? So you're telling me this car can drive me all the way to, A to B, but we cannot get teleportation on Power Rangers? Like, what the fuck?
And
sorry.
No, but the gag is, though, like I said, like, we got it. We got it in Megaforce episode 1. But after that, literally, you never seen it again.
Right, exactly. It's like that one episode. It's almost like they didn't realize that that they had the power, that it still exists. Because Ninja Steel, they didn't really have it, did they? I don't recall.
No, Ninja Steel, they don't even practice ninja magic. Like, it's like, what are y'all doing? Like, y'all don't. What is the point of calling yourselves ninjas when you don't even do ninja stuff? I'm so confused with that show. I'm tired. Let's not even bring that show up. Anyway.
I mean, I haven't been watching it, so I can't say I know what's up because, I mean, I watched you guys watch it, and that's already enough. That's pretty hard. That's some pretty hard labor right there.
Listen, like,
was there an episode today?
Huh?
I don't even know.
Was there an episode today?
You mean yesterday?
Yesterday. My bad.
No, there was. It was the episode where Levi gets the little
kid
shiny velvet whatever shawl, the Mexican poncho.
Okay, so I got confused because it wasn't available on demand. And then it said that the next episode is like, I think next week, so I thought there wasn't an episode this week. Because I think I was at work yesterday, so I couldn't see it anymore.
No, I think he had an episode. I mean, like, that's
all I know.
I don't even, like, child. Moving on. But anywho, also going back to Beast Morphers, some of Beast Morphers' little stuff or whatever. Their morph call actually. Now I've seen some people actually kind of have like not really an issue, but they still kind of have the whole like it's morphin' time thing going.
Yeah.
And
my whole thing from Disney.
You say what?
They brought back the
Oh, yeah.
the Ninja Storm and Dino Thunder.
I really like Dino Thunder and Ninja Storm.
Oh, such goodies. But I mean, like, here's my thing. Like, do I wish that they would get rid of his morphin time? Yes. But
Oh wow, I don't.
I do,
they would
because
just say
like,
it's morphin time and then that's it.
I
There's
mean,
no need for another line. Why do they have 2 lines?
Well, I think it'd be nice to have a new one, like you know how like the Lost Galaxy, Time Force,
right?
Force,
Like,
Well, they hadn't used its morphin time in almost 20 years at that point when when Saban brought it back. So I was excited when they started saying it's morphin time again. I just didn't like the Go-Go Samurai, Go-Go Mega Force, or whatever else. I just wish that they just said it's morphin time and that's it. Then eventually they could come up with something else for another season, but the biggest thing that bothered me was just that it was 2 lines. Like, it's unnecessary.
I just feel like personally, like, as a personal taste, I'm like, when I personally think of It's Morphin Time, I think of the first, what, 4 seasons. You know, like, I think of that. I don't think of the newer stuff. Like, you know, It's Morphin Time is mainly applicable to me with Mighty Morphin. When it comes to,
I agree.
When it comes to all these other series, I just feel like they just should have left it at, for Samurai, Go-Go Megaforce. Go-Go Samurai. Well, Megaforce is the same thing. Go-Go Megaforce, same thing. But yeah, Dino Charge. They just say whatever. Dino Charges theirs was long as hell. I'm surprised a monster ain't shot them mid-morph. Because theirs is there's just way too much going on. Like, they had the, Dino Chargers, and then they had to put in they had to click the charger, insert it in the gun, spin the barrel. I mean, I'm just like, girl, like, y'all ain't got shot yet? Like, what is going on?
I know, they took forever just to get the gear up. I'm like, really?
Seriously, I'm just like, oh my goodness, like, y'all gonna get shot in the middle of y'all morph, like, going through all that. And then, of course, before they even do it, they got to spin around, and then they got to, like, open up the mouth, close it again. It's just like, what is going on? Like, just morph. So, same thing with them. And then you got Ninja Steel with their little ninja stars lock in, and then ninja spin. And it's like, just say whatever you're gonna say, and you don't need It's Morphin Time. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like they're just saying It's Morphin Time for no apparent reason. Like,
and also, well, not even just that. I think like they're trying to be nostalgic about it.
That's the goal. I feel like that's the goal of it. But if you're thinking about it in just a normal, like, okay, this is a battle, we need to morph. Saying It's Morphin Time is not exactly like, you don't need it. Like, the main call is whatever it is that's applicable to the team. So, like, for example, with Samurai, whenever, like, say for example, whenever they were in mid battle and they had to morph instantaneously, they literally just go Samurai, morph. End of story. They didn't have to go It's Morphin Time. So why are you saying It's Morphin Time when you don't have to say it? You know what I'm saying? I just kind of feel like you said, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, it's for nostalgic purposes, but it's not serving a purpose. Whereas in Mighty Morphin, it was like, oh, we're saying It's Morphin Time because that is our morphing call. Same thing with Zito. We're saying It's Morphin Time because it's our morphing call. But now it's just kind of like a preemptive thing to lead into the actual morphing call that doesn't need to be said. It's just like, you don't need to say that anymore. Like, just say whatever your morphing call is. Like, and I kind of feel like it's the same thing with Beast Morphers in a way. Just say activate Beast Power and call it a day.
Right? But like, you know what I don't understand? When I was watching Go Buster, I noticed how fast.
You notice how fast what?
Sorry, I noticed how fast when they morph, like all I see is they go let's morphin, right? Well, at least according to my translation, and then they run through it and they're already morphed. All I see is this really cool web that comes out, and they're morphed. So I agree with you. Like I just don't understand why it would take so long just to bloody morph. By that point, you would have been dead. If it was real life, you would have been dead.
Seriously, and that's the one thing that was cool about Go Busters, and I think that's probably why that's maybe why they kept it, maybe because in Go Busters they actually do pay tribute to Power Rangers because the Morpher actually literally does say it's Morphin time, like it actually does say that. So, and then in order for them to get their goggles on their helmets, they say let's morphin. And then the goggles come onto their helmets. But so it's a cool, cute little tribute that they actually do. So if had Saban actually did Go Busters years ago instead of skipping it, then I could see them using It's Morphin Time. That would have been the perfect tribute because not only are we using it to tribute to the very beginning, but we're also paying tribute to the Japanese version that also used this morphin time as well. So I can kind of see that, but all the other seasons, it's just like, oh girl, like y'all just using this morphin time just because y'all trying to like play on people's nostalgia, which I'm like, it's kind of a good thing and it's kind of a bad thing. It's like, like it's one of those things where it's like if you do it too much, it's gonna be annoying. It's gonna get annoying to a certain point. And I feel like that's what it's starting to become. I know for me. For me personally, I can't wait till we get to the day where finally it's like we just say whatever the morphin call is, and that's it. No, it's morphin time, no nothing. Kind of like how we did with Turbo, where it just went shift into Turbo, go straight into it, boom. Let's rock it, boom. Whatever it is, like just go straight into it. Like I just can't wait till we get back to those days again because this whole it's morphin time thing, I'm like, it's draining me. It's starting to drain me now, especially when it's tied to seasons that aren't good.
It'd be cool if.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say it'd be cool if they did more instamorphs, but I heard that those might be expensive, so maybe that's why they don't do them that often.
Be expensive? What are you talking about?
Hasbro can afford it.
I know, right? That would be more practical to just do, like in the first episode, you can have a proper morph, and then just after that, just do instamorphs.
I mean, well, that's what Go Busters did, though. Go Busters, that's all they did was just instamorphs. The whole.
Which is so brilliant. Because that's like the reality. Like, when you're in the middle of battle, you ain't no time to do your freaking call, do the whole big spin, do the burst turnaround, and then shoot your gun up in the air. Like, what the heck?
Or, like, do crazy little somersaults and land.
Right?
And, it's just like, oh, girl, cut it out. Like, just morph and get it over with.
I'm just like, I can totally see, like, if I was a villain, I can totally just see it. Just be like, yeah, in 5, 4, 3, 2. Y'all ready now? Y'all ready for battle now? Like, should I just like gone down to the beach, get a tan, then come back while you guys are morphing? Like, come on, Like that would be me if I was a villain. I'd be like, really? Like, we're really gonna take 20 minutes on my day just to morph.
But you know what though?
I will take over the world now.
But you know what though? It's funny because like I feel like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie was so ahead of its time because even during that morph sequence, which wasn't even that long, Those ooze men like straight hauled ass in the middle of their morph, and their morph wasn't even that long.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, he's like, yo, I got no time for this. I need to take over the world like today.
Like, seriously, those ooze men was like, fuck this. And they just hauled ass, like, back. You know, and they just sitting there looking like, what? like literally, you can see the question marks like hanging over their heads. Like, where did they just go? Like, you know. So I'm just like, I would love to have like if Power Rangers were to. I'm pretty sure RPM would have like they would have done something like this. But like, I would love to see Power Rangers start like doing a parody of itself again, kind of like how RPM did, and just make fun of itself. Like have a time where they actually morph, and the monsters are just standing there looking like literally like having tea and like eating like whatever, just sitting there chilling while they sitting there morphing.
Right.
And then just be like, oh crap, y'all ready now? And then the fight starts. You know, like something like that. That would be funny. But
it would be fun. Oh yeah, yes, I agree. With the whole tea party hat, all of it, yes.
Yeah, like or just something where the monsters is just like, you know, y'all taking entirely too long to morph. Like, y'all doing too much.
Yeah. Honestly, just sad. But it's like, by the time we're done doing that, I'm gonna go back in time and take it over Earth.
Seriously. Like, I'm just like, what in the world? But, you know, like I said, it could be just a nit. I might be just nitpicking and I just sound like...
That's how I feel about the Megazord sequences sometimes.
Oh, and that too, yeah. That too.
It got to a point where I was just like, another one?
Yeah.
Can we use the blaster or like one Ranger's weapon or just have a different ending? Instead of doing these Megazord fights every episode, like got annoying after a while.
I think I remember I was reading the comic series, and you know how the Ranger Slayer Kimberly, when she came back to time, and she was making fun of the morphing, she was making fun of them transforming the Megazord. She was like, "Oh yeah, the amount of time it takes for you to do that, I can just do this, and you're all done for." Mm-hmm. And I remember being like, "Oh my god, that is so true!" Oh my god, like. Even she's calling herself out. And I remember, like, she was they were forming a Megazord, and she stopped one of the Megazord in mid-form, and they were like stunned, like there was question marks over them, being like, "Did she just stop our Megazord format?" And then she's like, "Yeah, bitches, I don't have time for this. I came back from the future."
But that's the thing.
For you.
No, but I was just saying, like, that's the thing. It's just like, you know. While I get, because, like, I know, well, shoot, I probably shouldn't say this because this would be spoilers, technically. But, like, one thing I do like about Go Busters, and I'm glad that they're doing it, is because Go Busters mainly focused on things in real time. So, they didn't have stock footage transformations. All their transformations were in real time. Now, more than likely, Power Rangers will have stock footage transformations. Like, that's just... that they're gonna do it. But Go Busters didn't. They didn't have that many stock footage transformations. And also, same thing with the Megazord. Each Megazord episode, when they fought the gigantic robots and everything, each one of those episodes had a different fight. So they never actually summoned the full Megazord every episode. Sometimes, you know, you might have the Red Ranger Zord that defeats a monster by itself. Sometimes you might have the Blue Ranger Zord. He might defeat one. And then sometimes the Yellow Ranger, her Zord might defeat it by itself. So it's just like, you know, each one of them got to showcase what their Zords could do.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, like, it's really cool. And, like, you don't always see the Megazord. So it kind of kept you, you know, engaged in a sense. Because, like, to be honest, Go Busters was the first time that I ever actually sat down and was like, ooh, I wonder what's going to happen. I wonder, you know, how this monster is going to, you know, what measures they're going to have to go through in order to defeat this monster. Because each episode was different. because depending on what type of monster they fought on the ground, depended on the type of monster that they were going to have to fight when the other monster came through bigger. So they had to use certain Zords to combat it, and it was kind of like, oh wow, like so they're actually strategizing with this, and you know, with Power Rangers normally it's always, all right, guys, let's summon the Zords, and we all combine together, and we got the big Megazord action. But sometimes like you just kind of get tired of seeing the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So
the Megazord battles, like after. I don't know, like for Mighty Morphin, I can remember, well, season 1 in particular, like those fight scenes with the choreography and everything, they were actually like entertaining, like fights. And then like after that season, there were a couple of seasons that still had some good fights, but then it seemed like after a while it just was like repetitive, just the same thing. Like
but you know
every
what though
episode. I just got over it.
But you know what though too? I think what also made Mighty Morphin Megazord fight scene so good, and this is just what I think personally, soundtracks. Background music will make or break anything. I don't care if you have the best choreography ever. It has been proven that when you add some bomb background music behind a really good fight, the fight scene looks 10 times better. Whereas if you add just stereotypical elevator music or whatever you want to call it to a fight or whatever, you can have the best choreography and it still looks like trash. Case in point, somebody literally put Ron Wasserman music behind a Megaforce fight, and literally it changed the entire fight scene. Literally, like the whole fight scene just went from like 0 to like 10,000. It made it literally just that good, and it's like if you just have good music in the background, that could sell it so much, but because as of lately, Power Rangers have been using this elevator, like, just stagnant music in the background that it doesn't even sound entertaining. I remember, like, with Time Force, for example, that very first fight scene, when they first turned into Rangers, you couldn't tell me that music that plays in the background while they're fighting, like it took that whole fight scene to like a totally different level. Like if you have a chance, I don't know whether you remember it or not, but go back and watch the part 2 episode of the very first episode 2. Like when they actually transform and they actually start fighting, that fight music is so intense that it's like, oh snap, oh okay, all right, and it gets you hyped, and that's what background music is supposed to do, especially during a fight like that. Like, it's supposed to get you amped. And I feel like even with the Zords too, it just like as of lately, like Power Rangers have been really slack with its background music. Especially with this remixing of Go Go Power Rangers, the Zord stuff that they've been doing in Ninja Steel.
That's so crazy in Ninja Steel that they have remixed a bunch of the Wasserman background music, and like just in particular, like the MMPR background music. I wonder what took them so long to remix all of it, because I thought that they would have done that in Samurai when they redid the theme song, but
maybe
it's still like really light. Or Megaforce, yeah. It's still really light, like the background music. That's one of the problems I've had with the Neo Saban era. The background music is so light, and then you couple that with like the audio of them speaking sometimes is really light, or like if it sounds like they bring their voices up a couple of octaves, so it sounds really weird. It's such a bad combination.
Yeah, it's. I see. I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you're saying. It does sound weird. It sounds weird, and I think it might even be like a mix of like directorial things, and also
I figured, yeah,
just the fact that like whenever they do overlay the music in the background along with the fight, I feel like they might even probably take out probably like some of the bass and some of like the stuff that probably will make the music good, just so that it won't distract the voices or something. Like I'm pretty sure there's a lot that goes into it, but I can see what you're saying. Like I hear it too. Whenever it happens, like I kind of hear it too. It's like, what is going on here? Like, but I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it's nitpicking, but it's just like these are things that I feel like if this show has been going on since 1993, you would think, like some of these things would be mastered by now. And even if you're going to like redo older songs and stuff, like make sure they have the same impact and the same energy that they used to have back then. That's that's really all I'm saying. Um but yeah, so that's pretty much anybody else got any other stuff? Because I pretty much that's pretty much all the stuff I got.
Pardon?
Speaking of things that are gone.
Right.
My virginity. No, I'm just playing. What do we have any?
Wow. Please.
Wait. Now about these Ranger things.
Other things. I got Ranger things to talk about. All right. Well, let's get on that before Brendan over there posts himself too much. Well, I'm sure if you guys are all following, you guys will probably know the gender of Christiani and Ryan's baby now. If you don't know, can you guess?
Is it the color of? I don't know. Well, I mean, I know, but like, I mean, just blue.
Well, anyway, they're gonna call him Mateo, which is cute. I thought it was adorable. There's that, and then Ruben, our Aqua Dino Charge Ranger, is expecting his second child in February. So that's really soon, actually. Wow. All right, so him and his wife are expecting their second child, which is really exciting. So we have more Ranger babies on the way.
Well, at least he knows where this child is. He's gonna. I said, well, at least he knows where this child is. He's gonna be in this child's life because he wasn't in Tyler's life. Jesus.
Well, we don't even know what gender of this child yet. He has not reviewed that. But on to different news. Charlie's Angels getting a reboot. We're all excited about that. At least I think we are. It was one of those movies where I was just like, I can live without it in my life.
But you know what though? Like low key, I'm sorry. Low key, I really did like the second one. Full Throttle. Full Throttle was my shit.
Yeah.
Like the first one, not so much, but the second one I liked.
That was Demi Moore's resurgence.
Right, but the reason why I brought up Charlie's Angel the reboot is because Elizabeth Banks, who played Rita Repulsa in the Power Rangers the movie 2017, is going to be the director. So that's really exciting because this is going to be her second feature film. And drum roll, she's going to have Naomi Scott as one of her angels. So I'm really excited to see what role she's gonna play. Now this Charlie's Angel, I might be a little more excited about. But to say, because I'm excited to see. Oh, and apparently Kristen Stewart is one of the angels, so that's gonna be interesting because Stewart always got that like that one angel, that one expression. So really excited to try to be sexy.
I'm sorry, but Kristen Stewart, like
the face.
You say what, Will?
That the face that she always makes is supposed to be sexy. She looks confused.
Or she look constipated.
Right? Remember in Twilight? She was trying to be all sexy for her. That did not work out well.
To go from talking about Buffy to Twilight.
So that was really funny because I'm really curious to see how she's gonna be in this film. She's always got that one facial expression, and it's always the same in all of her movies.
Constipated.
Not that I'm mocking her, but so there she is. Charlie's Angels coming out with Kristen Stewart, Naomi Scott as the Angels, and the director is Elizabeth Banks. So I'm really excited to see this. Kim Crossman, the Red Samurai Ranger, she's actually started in a comedy pilot episode that could possibly turn into a series. And the cool thing about this show is that Nick, the Yellow Mystic Forest Ranger, actually wrote this sitcom with two of his friends. So that's really exciting, but it's only airing in New Zealand. So unfortunately, all the North American people, we don't actually get to see it unless we know how to hack their IP address. Yeah, so that's really cool. There's only one episode for now until I guess they play it out to see how it's going to turn out. And if they have a big hit for it, then it'll turn into a series. And then on to a different news is that Anna, the Yellow Jungle Fury Ranger, she got engaged earlier this year in January. But what's really interesting is that she got engaged, but she started in a film called Married to a Murder, which I actually just saw the trailer to today when I was doing a little bit of research, and it is a freaking messed up trailer. So, from what I understood, now mind you, I could be totally wrong about actually what this film is really about, but based on the trailer, she's married to this man who happens to have an identical twin brother, which a part of me feels like they're not really close. So shortly after they get married, the identical twin brother pops up again in their lives. And, it's kind of cool because you're like, oh, this is cool. Like, she's got a bigger family now. She's living happily ever after kind of a thing. But then it gets twisted. One of them, I don't know which one, starts killing people. And I don't know why either, which I thought was interesting. But in a series of, in little clips that I could see, he's killing people while the other person is supposedly innocent, but it's never really there. And then, I think the one that she's not married to was fully hitting on her and told her that him and his brother, they share everything together. Everything. And then it pans out to different scenes. And it pans back, and I see her and her husband in bed, but then it zooms out, and the other twin brother's in bed too.
Yes.
What is happening right now? What am I watching?
Listen.
It goes later on to the trailer to what I can only gather is that the twin that she's actually married to pops up and says, I was away this whole weekend. But meanwhile, she was in bed with somebody else.
Well, you know what they always say. It takes two to tango, but more than two to have a party. And... And brothers, you can't get more of a party than that. And a really fun fact that I found out was that originally this movie is supposed to be launched in 2017, and the original title was called Splitting Image. And then somehow later on, they actually finally released the trailer this year,
but calling it Married to a Murder. So I'm really curious as to why they changed the name. I mean, I'm not sure which title I would like better, actually. It's Married to a Murder. What are your thoughts?
One kind of gives away the plot.
Right? That's what I thought too.
Exactly. But I mean, if you think about it though, it's a Lifetime movie. Like, it's not going to be no like Oscar-winning type storytelling anyway. So the fact that it literally is telling you the movie, that just kind of gives you an idea of what the movie is going to be. Not saying that she's going to be trash or whatever, but that's just how Lifetime movies are. Lifetime movies are like will give you literally the whole story in their title. Say for example, the storyline is about a swimmer who basically gets killed in the pool before a swim meet. The title will literally be like "Killed by a Swimming Pool." You know, like that's just what they do.
Killed before a swim meet.
Right. You know, like that's just what they do. So that's why I'm just like.
Do you remember? Do you guys remember the Lifetime movie that Amy Jo was in?
Talking about Killing Mr. Ripley?
No. It was oh damn it! I forgot the name, but she was coincidentally a gymnast who had a eating disorder. Yes, that was it.
Oh yeah, The Good Body.
I like that one too.
I originally watched that movie in French because when back in the day when none of it and we only had like dial-up internet and like phone lines and all that stuff, it came on one night and it was only in French and it had no subtitle because back in the day there was no such thing as subtitle. So I watched the whole thing in French because I really wanted to watch Amy Jo Johnson this movie. And then by the time I was done, I was like, God, I had no idea the fact that she had an eating disorder and she has a really funny French accent. Obviously, I knew it wasn't her, but still, she had a good picture at the time. And then I Googled the video and it's on YouTube. And I watched it and I'm going, oh, I'm not going to lie, I was better in French when I didn't know what was happening. Because it wasn't like a great movie, like it wasn't like an amazing movie. Because like what you were saying about how like Lifetime just kind of gives it all away, right? So it wasn't like a phenomenal movie, but Amy did a great job acting. But the movie itself, like it just wasn't that great. Like it didn't really give a lot of details. It was just kind of it did a lot of repetitive scenes where like she obviously ate, threw up, went back to the gym, did the same thing day in day out kind of a thing. So it didn't really give a lot of detail as to like how it affected people around her, other than herself. But she seemed like she was really isolating herself to begin with because she was like a gymnast and she was focused on her goals.
And by the way, it wasn't killing Mr. Ripley, it's killing Mr. Griffin.
I was just gonna say that.
She was in Killing Mr. Griffin with her and Mario Lopez. Like, that was the movie. Which
I think I remember that one.
You know what movie was really good? That was a Disney movie.
Susie Q.
Yeah, Susie Q.
And I still haven't seen that.
Oh my God, you have to.
I know.
I personally really like that one. Because the fact it was a Disney movie, but it wasn't like your traditional Disney movie. And it was really creepy for a Disney movie too. Now I'm not talking about like, the Night Before Christmas kind of creepy. I'm talking about like real creepy. Like it wasn't like pop at you scenes, but like lines and where it was going. It just kind of gives you the creeps. And I really liked that movie overall. Really liked it. But yeah.
Which was, I believe,
Jimmy Olsen was in it.
He was.
Jimmy Olsen from Lois and Clark was in it.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Which also, by the way, Doug Sloan and Shuki Levy was also a part of it as well. Boom.
Yeah, she said that was a part of the deal to get her out.
Yep.
Yeah, she did say that, which is kind of funny.
Yup. Which kind of, I feel like, they was low key kind of helping those Rangers, like, get they shine and stuff, which is cool. I like that.
Yeah. Like, yeah, no, and like, you know what? She did a great, like, even though she got out of the contract, she did really well. She got a few great movies out of it, and yeah, like, so that's...
A couple of TV series.
Yeah, a couple of TV series. Like, I'm impressed with Amy. Like, she knows what she wants and she goes after it, and she was never really afraid. That I think that was one of the qualities I really looked up to her as a child, where she literally just chased her dream without any regrets, and now she's chasing her dream as being a director, which is great because she's doing a great job with her short films and stuff like that too. So there's that. But moving on to the next news, Nikolai, the Rhino Ranger, he was in a movie that launched in August, Mile 22, and I haven't seen it. I want to, but I recommend you guys all see it. Let us know what you guys think, because I haven't gotten to see it. And he's also in Daredevil, but
that's all on there.
Right? I didn't actually catch him until like someone mentioned it, and I was like, oh my gosh, that was...
I noticed him right away.
Well, like at first I thought was him. He did look a lot different from like the...
Yeah, he had a beard.
Right, because they had a series, right? And like
I think he had a beard.
I'm not sure, but he did look slightly different. Like he didn't... I thought it was him, but then I was like, wait, it's not him? Because you know how you get some actors that really just look like one of the part, unless you look at their
yeah.
right? So that was that was those situations for me until someone actually mentioned it. I was like, oh my god, you're right. That is really it. But recently, I learned that he directed a film called Hunter a few years ago, and I thought that was really interesting because I didn't realize he was even into directing it, let alone directing a movie altogether. But apparently now the film is on YouTube, so I guess we can all go watch it afterwards and see what that film is all about. But I feel like it's very similar to Mile 22, who's got the whole soldier vibe to it. So we'll see. I have no idea what the storyline is about because, YouTube doesn't know Google doesn't know everything, sadly. I wish it did, but it doesn't. So there's that. A really random fun fact. Steven Skyler, for those of you who don't know, he's a singer, and he's the Gold Samurai Ranger. He writes and performs a lot of his own songs, which is really cool. A few years ago, he released a song called "The Secret," and Kim Crossman was actually in it as his leading lady. So that's really cool, and it actually came way before they even popped up on Power Rangers Samurai together. So I thought that was really cool that they've already, they already knew each other before end up on the same show together. But then that goes to show how close knit I noticed a lot of the New Zealand and Australian cast members are. They also just somehow know each other one way or another, which is cool. Small community. And another movie that actually launched on Lifetime is starring Erin Cahill, the Pink Task Force Ranger. Yas, for those of you who don't know who she is, you need to, because she's
I'm pretty sure everybody knows who Erin Cahill is.
She really is. Like, she inspires me. And every time I talk to her, she just inspires me further. Like, she's just one of those souls where I just don't understand where she gets her energy from, where she's constantly so bubbly, so upbeat, so inspiring. Like, I just really don't. Like, she's just so contagious. Like, just seeing her smile makes you want to smile.
Which is a huge juxtaposition to what the character that she played, because like her as Jen was like this hard, just tough chick, and her being as bubbly and sweet and just infectious as she is, it's like this girl is a good actor. when
Right?
she can totally turn that off and become a straight badass. Like, I'm just like, I love
Right?
it. I love
Oh
it.
my gosh! Like I was so thrown off when I first met her. Like so thrown off. And of course, like she's in so many bloody films, movies over the years that it really throws you off because I remember watching The Boogeyman and totally not seeing Jen, not seeing who she is in real life either, but just seeing a completely different together. And and it was cool because she really knows how to like separate her characters and give each character their own identity, which for me is like amazing to see because you get people like now I don't mean to throw her under the bus, but like Jennifer Aniston, like people like Jennifer Aniston, I'm not sure if you notice this, but like she literally plays like the same character in all of her movies. I feel like she plays a slight off version of Rachel in all of her movies.
Damn.
Oh, damn.
You know, like, I'm just saying, like, she's
I just saw her in what was it? Leprechaun recently.
Oh.
That was something. That movie was something.
Oh my gosh! And how was she in it?
She felt like Rachel.
Thank you. See, my point is proven. Facts. Like she really just felt like Rachel in different variations of Rachel. You know, like either mean Rachel or like sad Rachel. But she's just Rachel all the time. I just can't take her seriously. And I mean, like, it's cool that I can't be bashing her too hard because she's getting paid for all of this stuff, right? And here I am, just just watching this. But nonetheless, like, there are people like that, and they get paid so much more, and have so much more recognition. Where you get people like Erin Cahill, who genuinely has real talent, and she doesn't get as recognized as people like Jennifer Aniston, but stand alone. They truly stand alone. But moving on to who she plays, she is in a movie called Muse. She is a single mom named Amanda, in a killer inspiration on Lifetime, where she finds out she's the muse of the infamous serial killer known as the Infinity Killer. Every time a woman who looks just like her, slim, brunette, attractive, is killed, she receives a photo of her doppelganger, who has been branded with an infinity sign, which is creepy, really creepy. And when Amanda's son, Kobe, is kidnapped to the police. But that the FBI agent, Carl, is very charming. So that's all I know about this movie. It's interesting because it doesn't give you a lot, but the fact that she's called Muse, and I really wonder why this killer decides to pick her as the Muse of all people. That is interesting. I'm probably gonna watch it because it just actually got released a few days ago, so there's that too. And for myself, that's pretty much all the Ranger things I got going on. Unless you guys have something to add to it.
Anybody?
Can we please talk about the Street Fighter and the Power Ranger short film?
Listen. OMG. Hold up. Now see, I got who wanna go first?
I'll let
who wanna go first? Huh?
I'll let you guys take the floor first.
It was fun. This is weird. I don't know. I really liked like all of the Bat and the Sun Power Ranger stuff that we've gotten so far. But this one, I don't know. Because it was only two Rangers in there, two Ranger actors in there, that I kind of was left wanting a little bit more. Like, it was so cool to see the red MMPR suit, the pink Time Force suit, the black Diamond Thunder suit. I kind of wish that we could have seen at least like one or two more Rangers. That kind of would have helped with my enjoyment level a little bit more. But I did like the final fight scene, the Ranger, the Green Ranger, and the Megaforce Yellow. But oh man, it would have been so cool if she was Super Megaforce Yellow, so she could like be different Yellow Ranger forms. I said that about when she was in the 25th anniversary episode too. But,
right.
But I mean, it was fun. I could have had a little bit more fun with it, but that's just me being nitpicky, which I feel like so
nitpicky here.
Yeah, I feel like ungrateful for doing that though. I appreciate it though.
No, I have to say, first off, I'm not sure if you guys felt this, but I totally felt that Tommy was being such a sexist when he was handing over the PowerPoint to, is it Ryu? Is that how I pronounce his name?
Yeah, Ryu.
Yeah, so when he gives it to Ryu, he looks at Ryu, doesn't even look at the cute little one next to him, just gives it to, Ryu, and he goes, can you handle the power? It's like, well, thanks, because in my opinion, I think she took on Bison. Is that his name? Bison?
Yep.
Really darn well without a Power Ranger suit.
She did now.
Like, I'm just saying. So I felt like and he didn't even look at her. He didn't even try to acknowledge her. And I felt like, okay, like what the heck is wrong with that? Because like the whole scene, I watched if you all noticed it. When he came in, he only greeted Ryu. He barely greeted the girl. What's her name again in the
Chun-Li. Ew.
Chun-Li.
Chun-Li. Yeah, he didn't even greet her. And when he didn't.
That is right, he didn't.
Like, I'm just saying, like, I just felt like, what? And then, of course, when he handed over the PowerPoint, he just handed over to Ryu. And then looks at him and goes, can you handle the power? It's like, well, she kicked ass better than you did, Tommy, Mr. Tommy Oliver over here. She didn't really want her own without a Ranger suit, and she lasted the longest in the fight that they all did combined. So I had to point that out. And secondly, did Ninja always sound like that?
No.
Girl.
Bothered me a lot.
That was gonna be in my rant, but you know what? I'ma wait. But keep going. Go ahead.
Yeah, like so. Right. So that was the thing that bothered me. And then the other thing that really bothered me at the end was Gia had to like look at Tommy and be like, "Oh, nice suit." Yeah, I'm just glad that Ninja was able to upgrade it. Like what? Like why do we have to compliment him left, right, and center?
Oh shit.
Like, are you serious? Why you gotta compliment him? Like, whatever happened to what's her name? I'm so sorry. What was her name again? Chun-Li?
Chun-Li.
Like, look at Chun-Li kicking ass, and no one compliments her. Not even acknowledging that she was in the fight. Like, did you not notice that? I was livid when I was watching it. I don't get me wrong. Overall, I like the setup. I like the graphic. I like the whole little bit of the storyline that we got. I liked all that. But just the little things that was happening throughout the whole 7 minutes really bothered me with him not acknowledging her and not giving her the power, which is fine. I understand. Because somehow Ninja was only able to make one of the PowerPoint. Because, but
reasons.
We got to but, that's cool. Like, I get it. He can only make one. But somehow he was able to upgrade Tommy's suits. Able to make one PowerPoint. Like, that's cool. I get it. It's just like the little things. I just don't understand why we're constantly having to, like, butter up Tommy Oliver, or butter up Jason David Frank, whoever's really in charge. I don't know. I don't care. But my point is just, like, it's just so annoying. And having Gia be all like, oh, nice suit, at the very end of the whole thing. And then, of course, with this condescending attitude, thanks. Like, what? So that really bothers me. Like, I'm sorry, not really. So much.
Well, here's me. Here is where I come in. You know you got to pop your mouth when you know you got something to say.
Right?
Okay.
Get that popcorn.
Okay? Pop your mouth when you know you got something to say. So, going into it, when I even found out that they were even doing this, because I knew they were doing it based off of the Power Rangers Legacy Wars game. I didn't like Ryu Ranger when they showed his suit. I absolutely hated it. When I saw it, I hated playing the game, and I hated watching it while it was moving. It's just something about that suit that annoys me. I don't know what it is, but I just do not like it. That's just a personal thing. That's just me. Sorry, but I don't like it. But moving on. So at the very beginning, when Black Dino Ranger shows up, they have this, this little confrontation, this little fight, this little cute little scruffle. It wasn't like the choreography. Bat in the Sun does amazing choreography. I wish they would do the choreography for the show because their choreography is always lit.
It was really good.
It's always amazing. Like their choreography, if you have a chance to look at their videos, period, like their choreography is just top notch, amazing.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
So I had no issues with that. Where my problem came in was so after Evil Tommy, Black Dino Ranger gets defeated, Jen pops out of nowhere. What is this energy thing she threw? Like, what was that? I'm like, so since when did the Pink Time Force Ranger, able to like concentrate energy and fire it? Like, isn't that like Catherine's move? Because Zeo Ranger 1 Pink is in the game. She is in the game. So they could have easily just had Zeo Ranger 1 do her little fireball move, boom. Instead of having Time Force Pink do it, that just really confused me. But that's like a minor thing. I didn't really like have an issue with it. It just kind of like made me go, what?
Yeah, I agree.
But like I said, the choreography was really good. When Phantom Ranger and the Red Ranger came, I just knew, it's about to get real. And then that's when they get warped. That kind of made me mad. Because I'm like, I wanted to see it get real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted it to like, I really wanted shit hit fan. But they get transported to what looks like could be like, I don't even know where that was. It looked like it was kind of like where Ryan Steele would sit, where his if you watch VR Troopers, where Ryan Steele would sit and reminisce about his father. But then again, it was like somewhere else. I'm just like, what? Where are we? But they get warped to this little place or whatever, and then Tommy comes out. And, I agree with everything you said, Lena. I literally thought everything you said. But the thing that got me was when they get to when they actually go and they find Ninjor. And Ninjor did not sound like Martian Manhunter. Not Martian Manhunter. What is the Looney Tunes character?
I know who you're talking about. Oh, I forgot his name.
Marvin the Martian. Marvin. What is it, right? Marvin the Martian, right? When he did not sound like that, I was like, wait, what?
No.
Right. I'm sitting here waiting for the power of ninja. Like, I'm sitting there waiting for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, hold up now. Who is this?
Right? Thank you. I was like, who the fuck is this? That is not Ninja.
I'm like...
I paused. I lost my shit there, too.
I'm like, hashtag not my Ninjor. Who is this? Like...
Yeah, I was cringing when Tommy asked him I think he asked him if he was alright. I was like, hold up, is this about to sound like a Ninjor? He probably not. Well, maybe he will, and then it didn't sound anything like him.
Anything. No. I was like, can you at least try? can you at least try to sound like the man? I mean, something. Even when I read the comics, when I was reading Shattered Grid, I would read Shattered Grid in his voice. Whenever he would talk, like I'm just in my head, power of ninja. Like I just always had that in my head because I'm just like, this is Ninjor. This is how he sounds. That's what made Ninjor to me. Was the fact that he sounded like that. And he was petty. Petty as hell. So I'm just like
yeah.
That's what made Ninjor. But this right here, I was like, who is this? But I was like, whatever. It's a fan thing. I can't get too mad. So I'm sitting there watching and everything. Then M. Bison hits the scene. First of all, not my M. Bison. If it ain't Raul Julia from the original Street Fighter movie, that is not my M. Bison. Now, rest in peace. God rest your soul, Raul Julia. But because a little fact, Raul Julia was actually dying when he made the original Street Fighter movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme. He was actually dying. Actually, he died like right before the movie came out.
Wow.
Yeah. So like when I say this, I mean this out of respect. Like Raul Julia is M. Bison to me. So the fact that you got this white guy, I'm just like, not my M. Bison. But it was just like, what is going on? So you get this guy up here, and he, first of all, when he body slams Gia, I was like, yo! Literally, I had to watch that scene like 3 or 4 times. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I watched that like 3 or 4 times.
You know what I watched 3 or 4 times? When she got hit by a bar.
When she got what?
When she got hit by a bar. It looked like she walked into one of the,
Oh, yeah?
yeah. I was like, did she really just walk into that? Like,
no, for real. Like, I straight up, I did that too. I actually rewinded like several times on that one part. Like, someone needs to make a GIF out of that. Like, just like her just hitting the freaking thing over and over.
Right?
Just like, don't, just like, ow. But like,
the suit does not hit her face, but the one with the suit hits her face.
But like, it was just like, wow. And like, I was very, like, shouts out to Ciara Hanna because old girl showed out. Like, this is the kind of stuff that I wish we got in Megaforce for that team. Because she did her own stunts. Everything she did in that video, she did on her own. So the fact that she did all her own stunts, shouts out to you, sister, because you did that.
Yeah, no, she did a really good job, though.
She did amazing.
She really did.
I was like, you better go, girl. She did all her own stunts, even in suit. I was like, wow, that's impressive.
What? She did the in-suit stuff too?
Yeah. From what I heard, she done the in-suit stuff too. Yep, I heard she did in-suit stuff too. I could be wrong, but I heard she did do in-suit stuff too. So if she did, I'm like, that's impressive. I know she did all her stunts like out of suit, but in suit, I heard she did those stunts too. So that
man, like I liked her in Megaforce from the little bit that I watched of it. I only really liked her in Azim or Jake. And you let me know that she didn't actually get to do anything in her season.
She did nothing.
But it's cool that she's been able to come back and that she's willing to come back. She's got to do a little bit. I wish she would, get to do more. But maybe it'll happen.
It's true. But you know what's funny though? Like based on her character in Megaforce, I always thought like her as an actress didn't really care for the show because of like how little that she had to do, right? So I genuinely always thought that she's one of those pretty faces that is just on it because it's a job. Like that's why I always genuinely thought of her because because I'm not sure if Brandon got the same vibe I did, but when we met her, she didn't really seem I wouldn't say genuine because that's not the right word, but she didn't really seem like she was all into it. She just seemed like she was just there because, it's just the show. She's here, she's doing her thing, that kind of stuff, right? So I never really felt I never got that vibe that she was like, yeah, like Power Ranger, like this is awesome, you know what I mean? Like she was that, okay, I got it. She didn't give me that Zoe vibe of how Zoe, when we listened to that interview with Zoe at Power Morpher Con and how she's just grateful to be a ranger. Like she didn't give me that vibe of her like being excited as being a ranger,
Right.
I never got any of that vibe from her. I always just got this like a little like, oh yeah, no, I just do it. Like I just come out, why not? Like kind of thing because I'm not doing any acting job right now, anyways. Like that was the vibe I was getting from her. And even meeting her, she wasn't very like, yeah, like I was a Power Ranger, rah rah. Like nothing like that. She was just like, hi, nice to meet you. Simple. Didn't really talk about anything in particular. But seeing her coming back to all these fan films and like with the last one and doing the short film and see her in action and see her doing her own stunt and like once in a while I see her post about like her passion about Power Rangers and it kind of made me go, wow, like she really threw me a curveball there because I did not expect any of that from her overall. And then seeing her coming back and doing her own stunt and really bring her own character to life, that I'm really impressed with. But overall, I never really got the vibe that she didn't even care about being a ranger overall, But that was just the vibe I got.
Yeah, it could have been something that changed in her, or maybe that's just her personality, or like she's been doing all these conventions and stuff. Maybe it really has like touched her or something.
Well,
and you know what? And you could be right. You could be right.
Well, I mean, like, I guess for me, especially after, like, finding out so much about, like, what happened behind the scenes with Megaforce and, like, why certain things occurred. Because, like, the thing is, like, and I feel like Gia is she fits so well with my narrative of the unsung ranger. I always feel like Yellow is always the cursed ranger. Because they never hardly get anything to do unless they are the only other ranger there. Like, for example, with Kira got a lot to do because there was no pink ranger. If had there been a pink female on the team or another female on the team, she would have gotten nothing to do. Straight up. Like, it's just always how it is with Yellow Rangers being, for whatever reason, Yellow Rangers hardly ever get anything to do a lot of times. So
Ashley would be an exception. Maybe one of the only exceptions.
Who?
Ashley.
Oh yeah, Ashley. Yeah. That's true. Like her and Cassie both got like a lot of stuff to do, but it's like when you look at Trini, Aisha, Tanya, Kelsey, like the list goes on and on. You look at any of those females.
Z, poor Z.
Z, right. Oh, God, poor Z. Like...
Oh, yeah.
You look at all these Rangers, and it's like, they rarely got stuff to do as opposed to their pink counterparts. And I felt like with Gia, based on her bio, her original bio, she was supposed to be this really interesting character that she was really smart, who even like was comparative to Noah in a way. And even though she was just as smart as Noah, she was also, a complete martial artist badass, like Troy. And you had all this good stuff in her bio, and you saw none of it. None of it came to life. None of it. You didn't know nothing about this girl. The only thing you knew about her was that Jake loved, like Jake had a crush on her. That was it. That's all you got.
That's true. And that Emma was her best friend.
Exactly. And that Emma was her best friend. That's it. she really is the only Yellow Ranger that has never had anything to do. So the fact that, like, they had all this set up for her to be this great character and did nothing for her, I kind of feel like, in a way, if it were me, I kind of feel some type of way too. I'm just saying, not trying to say that that's how she is or that's how she's feeling, but if it were me, and literally I had this whole shebang of a character that was supposed to be fleshed out, you know what I'm saying? And I got literally nothing to do for 40 episodes, 42 or 3 if you count the holiday specials. But if you count just the regular episodes, 40 episodes, this girl got nothing to do. So it's just like, that's really sad. So the fact that she's coming back and she's doing all this stuff, and I mean, like, for me, just like, even with listening to like some of her interviews and stuff, she always to me comes off as, even though she didn't get to do diddly squat, she was still grateful for her experience. She was still happy that she was able to be a ranger. But it was just like, I wish I would have gotten more to do. Hell, I feel like what she was really saying was, I wish I had something to do, period. Instead of, like, I wish I had more to do. I really think she's saying, I wish I had something to do, period. Because she really didn't get to do anything. And it's sad because, to be honest, and this is no shade to Christina, but Emma was not that great of a character. So it's just like, to put all that. She wasn't. I'm sorry. Like, Emma was boring to me. She was just like.
Lena's response was perfect. Who?
I'm just saying. I'm sorry. Like, Emma, her best friend, the girl, the nature girl, the girl, the BMX the BMX bike rider chick.
Oh, the one that apparently does trick on her BMX bike.
Right.
I was confused because I remember Gia and Emma's. I think I got that. Yeah, I got their names right. I remember their bios before the show started, and then when the show started, I thought that the bio should have been like
Switch.
Switch, yeah. Because like neither one of them were what was described to us at all.
No.
At all. Like, it's like, especially for Emma, I really felt like with Emma being a BMX cyclist, it would have just made more sense for her to be also like the martial artist and all that, and then just have Gia be the pretty girl that is smart and and loves nature.
It was their clothes. Their clothes didn't fit that. If I would expect I'm not sure if a BMX bike person would dress like basically like Buffy with the leather jacket and the black. I'm not sure, but if she's like a super popular girl, I would think that she would have been all cutesy like Emma was.
Right.
That was weird. I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I wasn't really like feeling the way they were dressed either. I think like they were too busy trying to compliment the actresses instead of like actually dressing them like to fit their characters. Because Gia really was not, like, I felt like the person that Gia was supposed to be was not dressed like that. Same thing with Emma. I feel like the person that who Emma was supposed to be wouldn't dress like that. So I don't know, but we are very well off topic. I am so sorry, people. But but no, I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap it up real quick. The whole battle and everything, it was really cool. the ending, is it me? Or was y'all mad at that ending? Because I was mad. I was so mad when all the Rangers started popping up, and then all we got was them running towards each other. What the hell happened? Who won?
I was like, what the shit is this? Is this supposed to be a teaser for the game? This is the worst teaser ever.
Wow, I didn't think it could have been. Or maybe like a teaser for another video, which they probably won't make. But don't they do that sometimes at the end of those videos?
Why would you end it at 7 minutes? Why not end it at 15 minutes? Like, give us a little bit more.
Good point. I was surprised at how short it was.
I was like, what the heck is 7 minutes? Like, in 7 minutes, I could take a dump. like, really? 7 minutes? Of all the time you could have picked, we picked 7 minutes. Really?
No, seriously.
I'm so angry with that. I watched it again, and I was like, no, I must have missed something. I definitely must have missed something. So I rewinded it, watched it. No, that was the ending. I did it again. That's still the ending.
Yeah, I wasn't too fond of the ending. I did not like it. I was like, yeah, I would have liked something a little more meaty, a little more substantial, a little more like, I don't know. It just kind of just ended. Like, you know, you had this big fight with Bison. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of, have you guys seen Mortal Kombat, the movie, in the 90s?
I saw the first one. Yeah,
that's the one I'm talking about, the very first one, not Annihilation, not the Abomination. I'm talking about the very first one. That one.
Yeah.
Remember the ending where they were where Shao Kahn comes and he's like, your world is mine or something like that, and then like Raiden is like, I don't think so, and they like pose at the very end, and then you hear Mortal Kombat.
That sounds familiar. Yeah.
That's kind of what the ending reminded me of. It was just like, what? Like, if they do not do a part 2 to this, I'm gonna be mad because. It just sets it up for like something else to happen, and for them to not carry through with it is like, so you ain't gonna carry through, like you ain't gonna do nothing with it. So what we doing? You know, like I don't know, like I just would like for them to. I just wanted more. So I think that like my.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna ask really quick. Did they ever do a video with Johnny Young Bosch in it too?
No.
Because I remember on the Bat and the Sun page they had a picture of JDF and Johnny, and then it was one with JDF, Johnny, and Yoshi. So I was thinking that Johnny was gonna do an appearance on one.
No, they never did.
I guess he was just visiting.
No, not that I'm aware of. No, they never done anything. I do know that they've done. That Yoshi has done Spider-Man, but he hasn't done like he hasn't reprised his role as Dino Charge Blue Ranger, but he has done Spider-Man. And JDF obviously reprised his role as both green and white. But yeah, like Johnny hasn't done anything. Yeah, but it's just like, I don't know, like let's rate it. Let's actually rate this, guys.
The judges of Tribunal of the Grid have a simple rating system. It's pass, accept, or deny.
What do you guys think? Because I got my rating. I know what I want to rate it, but I'm going to let y'all take the floor first.
I am going to deny it because I felt Jason was very sexist.
Wait!
Like,
Wait!
that she did well, and she did the best of all three of them combined with their suits on. Just saying. Like, girl, respect. Okay?
Is it because she's Asian, Lena? Is that what it is?
It actually has nothing to do with the fact she's Asian. It really does bother me that he didn't acknowledge her at all. He didn't even consider giving it to her. He just assumed that she couldn't handle the power. Meanwhile, she was the only one that lasted the longest in a fight with Bison.
Facts.
Same guy that ignored his wife.
Yes. Yes. And this is the same guy that pretended that he didn't have a child named JJ. You know? But where's JJ? You know? No. We don't know where JJ is. He could be kidnapped. It's all good. You know, it's all good. So, yes, I'm going to go with the fact that I'm denying. And of course, at the end of it all, she has to be like, oh, great suit. Like, really? You really need to talk about how big your suit was? No, deny.
Will, what you think?
I could take it or leave it, honestly. So I guess I'll give it a pass.
Oh!
I hate it, but like I said before, I kind of wanted more. I would have loved to have seen some other Rangers in there.
True.
Ranger actors reprising their roles.
True, I can see that. Well,
But very good fight choreography, which I love that, but I could have took it away. Left it.
I think I am like the only one that gave it an accept.
Oh.
I'm the only one. Like, here's the thing. It's like I look at it kind of cross-eyed on some parts? Yes. Very much so. But in 7 minutes, to me, we got a beginning, a middle, somewhat an ending, but whatever.
That's no ending, I'm sorry.
Well, you know, that's why I said somewhat questionable ending. But, you know, it, honestly, to be truthfully honest with you, like, if, I don't understand the purpose of the film. So if the film was to spotlight the game, I could understand the ending. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was to, like, push the game, it's kind of like, you know, like how when games have like those intros where there's like, this is sets up the game, and then now you have to play the game to find out the ending. You know, like if it was something like that, the ending would be perfect for it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know exactly how they're pushing this film. Whether it's like it's supposed to be serialized, whether it's supposed to be more films after this, I don't know. So, just taking it at face value, they did somewhat something. They it was like, oh, okay. The fight choreography was good. You know, there were some plot holes because I'm just like, you know, if Ninjor was the creator of the PowerPoints, how come he got his ass kicked that quick? But you know, there's a lot of questions that I had. But if I were to grade it on a more harsher scale, like if we were at our prime with what we normally would get with Power Rangers, like if this was going up against like an RPM or something, like if an RPM was airing or something, I'm sorry, this would definitely get a deny. Like, definitely a deny. But, you know, the fact that it was like really good. Like it was good for what we got for 7 minutes. I thought it was decent, and plus like it was nowhere, not even close. Shouts out to Blurred Vision. It was nowhere close to Power Rangers Unworthy. That
which I finally watched.
Oh my god, took you that long?
It took you that long to watch that?
I was excited about it. I've been meaning to watch it forever, but now I finally watched it.
Oh,
I think I watched it the same day that I watched this.
Get it together. Like what is this? Come on. Like this his
It took you this long though? I've seen it 4 times since I got back to Power Morphers.
I watched it more than that,
So
honestly.
good.
Like, I'm sorry, just like I said, shouts out to Blurred Vision. Just the writing alone by itself was just like, you need to be writing on somebody's show. Because, like, even though he created his own world, he still kept everything he still kept all the tropes and stuff in place. Which was like, wow, like, this is actually really good for a fan film. Whereas something where the actual actors are working on wasn't all that great, I guess. So yeah, like I said, that's the only reason why I'm giving it an accept. Was because for what we got, it was good. So, you know, I don't know. Like I said, that's just where that's where I grade this. I mean, like. We actually you know what? For a future episode, I think we should cover Power Rangers Unworthy. Let's do it.
Yes! Yes! Oh my god, yes! I would probably give this an actual, like, accept. Like, accept. My first accept.
No, like, for real, like. So yeah, that'd be what we do for our next recording. Let's do Power Rangers Unworthy. But
yes, let's do it.
But yeah, so did anybody else have anything that we want to cover? Anything?
No, not tonight.
Cool with me? Cool with me?
Gotta talk about the comics, the 2 Go-Go's.
Oh yeah, that's right. Go.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, which I have not read yet. I will be reading.
Oh my god, for the first time you haven't read it? I read it.
I have not read them yet. Yet. Notice. I said yet.
I know.
And
You're on it.
doesn't 31 or 32, does that come out next week or the week after?
I think the week after.
Okay. So I'm excited about that.
I am excited. Period. Oh yeah. No, I did read one of Go-Go comics. I did read it. The Back to School. Go-Go Power Rangers Back to School.
Yeah.
I read that one.
Yeah.
I did because I didn't like it. That's why. Now I remember.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I remember you making a comment, and I was so surprised when you said you didn't read it. I was like, no.
That's what it was. Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah, you didn't like it. I remember that.
I did not like it. I did not like it at all. But we will be saving that for next week, everybody.
Definitely follow us on all of our social media format. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of it. We're really active. So if there's a topic you want us to cover or even talk about or whatever, DM us, comment in one of our posts. Yeah.
Facts. Once again, please send us your suggestions, whatever, please. And also, if you like us, if you like what you hear, if you like the show, please, just let us know. And once again, my name is Brandon.
I am Lena.
I'm Will.
And Have a wonderful night. Thank you for
Or wonderful
listening.
morning. Or wonderful
Or afternoon.
Right, or wherever you're listening. Peace.